Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. We'll see Cleveland facing Los Angeles.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
So Cleveland will get the first possession. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the center position. And it's Smith missing.
And there was a question of whether or not Derrick Rose would be able to get back to his former self. At times last season, you could see him back in that MVP form.
Now here's James. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. From deep. LeBron can't get it to go. And here's Los Angeles. Butler dishes to Rose. 16 feet away. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Rose has got the game going here with the first basket for Los Angeles. Cleveland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Kicks to James. From deep three-point range. Again, James missing.
You don't want your best shooter heaving up that shot.
Exactly. Even the top three-point specialist in the league would probably catch heat for taking that shot.
And Dunleavy gets it to go in.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
The Cavaliers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Earlier, Doris Burke spoke with head coach Fred Hoiberg. What'd you find out, DB?
Team rebounding is something he stressed to his side, and rightfully so when you face a player that gobbles up the glass like Kevin Love. He told me that Love rebounds at an unreal rate, and his side can't take any mental breaks when it comes to boxing out on the defensive end. Love's numbers validate that fear, guys.
Thanks, Doris.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
To the middle. Deflects the pass. Here's Irving. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here's Smith. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Took him no time at all on that one.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
Now Rose, following the miss by J.R. Smith from deep. Gibson. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
The Cavaliers trail by 4.
And back to the Cavs and their road play. Teams with a lot of new players coming in can struggle early. It's especially evident when playing on the road.
Outside Butler, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. Mirotic is checked in for Taj Gibson. Cleveland also making some changes. Iman Shumpert is checked in for James, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith. Butler kicks to Rose.
Cavaliers foul. Kyrie Irving. That's his second personal foul.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
He's off on the first. And Los Angeles with some changes. Noah comes in for Pau Gasol. And McDermott subbed in for Mike Dunleavy. Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Fry comes in for Kyrie Irving. Dellavedova, the pass to Mozgov. Shumpert gets a wide open look. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Shumpert's got him. Going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Well, he's back and playing in front of his hometown, and it's such a rush of adrenaline when that happens. So you're going to be dealing with friends and family asking for tickets, but the chance to come back to play where it all started and put on a show for the people you grew up with, there's not much more that's better in terms of motivation.
Now Butler, after Iman Shumpert missed from long range. Butler dishes to Noah. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. Was way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well. And you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for Butler, and Brooks subbed in for Rose. Brooks kicks to Mirotic. That one bounces around and comes back out.
And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, two major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he'd had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
Brooks with no one around. Los Angeles with another miss.
And already we've got a very lopsided edge on the boards for them.
Yeah, +5, as you mentioned. That didn't take very long, did it? And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team. A true warrior, even in an off year.
And it's tied up with that one. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. And Noah with the slam.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you've come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
35 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
And, you know, for Love last season, we knew he'd be in a supporting role to LeBron. You put any player next to LeBron, and he automatically becomes some kind of role player.
Now here's McDermott. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 5 on the clock. Mirotic's shot is off.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And here's Brooks from outside. And before the game, Star Center Joakim Noah talked about the intensity of this Chicago Bulls team.
I feel like we're the hungriest team in the NBA. That's a great feeling to be able to say that. Like, whether we shoot the ball well or don't shoot the ball well, win or lose, we know that we're going out there every night, giving everything we got with no regrets.
You know, I think Joakim can certainly make a case, Clark, for Chicago being that famished five, especially with Rose back on the court.
There's no doubting that, Kevin. I mean, even the addition of Gasol with his 2 rings, the way he left things in L.A., that left him with an appetite that has him still hustling.
And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
I just like the way they're getting out in the open floor, taking advantage of all those fast break chances here early on.
I agree with you, Greg. I mean, they can run, and they've done a good job filling the lanes in transition.
Portis is out there with Pau Gasol. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then it's Brooks, and it's Dunleavy in at the 3 spot. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Thompson is out there with Channing Frye, and it's Irving in at the point guard. Here's Dunleavy, plays it up and banks it in. Dunleavy's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Los Angeles. Cavaliers trailing. Outside Irving. And Gasol sends it back. And they get it back. The drive by Brooks. And the rejection by James. Butler against Smith. Here's Gasol. Not enough on that one as it misses. The Cavaliers have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Smith, no luck.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And Thompson sends it back. Irving for 3. They get it back. And that one's good. Frye's got his first points in this one.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
Rose is checked in for Los Angeles. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Dunleavy looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots. We're talking about Channing Frye last year. The 3-point shot still there for the second straight season, Greg. He hit the second most threes among power forwards again, standing in back of Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Frye was neither quick enough or aggressive enough to stop anyone. And you know he has the talent. It's up to him. He's got to dig a little deeper if he really wants to realize his potential.
Irving kicks to LeBron. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Portis. For Los Angeles, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. No coverage that time. 6 points for Derrick Rose.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
And here's James outside. And another miss by Cleveland. Los Angeles leading by 4. Outside Rose. The kick outside to Butler. Shoots it. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Irving kicks to Frye. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here's Rose. The shot is off. Good D by James. Outside Irving. From deep. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Irving's got his second basket of the night.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And he gets it to go. 8 points for Rose.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Los Angeles. Justin Holiday comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And Cleveland also making a change. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Channing Frye. Here's LeBron. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 3. Up the floor. And it's Butler missing.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
LeBron trying to free himself up. A nice shot by Irving.
There it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, just getting the ball into the post has to be option number 1 for them right now.
And he gets it to go.
Passer.
4. Smith right side. Fires the 3. And that one's good. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
Now here's Butler. Here's Rose. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Big-time shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
Joakim Noah's checked in for Los Angeles. Litttttttt comes in for Jimmy Butler. Cleveland also making some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Love comes in for James. And Shumpert in there for Smith.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
And so here's Cleveland after the basket by Los Angeles. Dellavedova kicks to Love. Gibson with the steal. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Here's Rose, following the score by Cleveland, and he gets the bucket. Rose has got the lead up to 7 outs for Los Angeles.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Irving kicks to Love. Gibson with the steal. Love, no good.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And that's a good place to start if you're going to try to find your way back into this game. Get to work on the glass.
Pull-up jumper. Good. He hits the jump shot. Love's got 4 points in the quarter. Rose. No good. And we're through the first.
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it feel to get back out there on the basketball floor here for the new season ahead?
It feels good, man, especially playing with my teammates. We have new teammates. We're just trying to come out here and just play hard and compete.
It's great to have you back, Derrick. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And an exciting time of the year as the first game of the regular season is halfway through. Derrick Rose taking care of business in this one. He had 12 points, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. He put last game's performance behind him, doing some nice work in the opening period tonight. How about you, Kenny? What did you think about this home team?
One advantage has been their stellar rebounding. I mean, they're putting bodies.
All right, and that'll do it for us here. We now take you back to the second.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. 12 points and 5 assists.
Derrick Rose is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Pau Gasol. Then it's Taj Gibson. And it's Dunleavy in its small forward. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. So many people overlook Pau Gasol prior to last season, seemed to think that Clark, he was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after him.
You know, and with Pau Gasol, it was weird to think that the Lakers were just so ready to let him go and move on. And with the skill set that Pau has and the year he had, there's no telling how long he can play at a high level. Again, one of those guys that never been reliant on the athletic ability to have an impact. That's one he knows he should have drained.
Irving drives in. Cannot hit. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here, matched up against Cleveland, is how they'll kick off the new season.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with two teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
Now Rose, following Tristan Thompson's three-point attempt. Rose, the shot will not go. Good D by Irving.
That's one for their first four to start the second half.
Smith, no luck.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here.
Oh!
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Los Angeles making a switch here. Brooks checked in. Channing Frye's checked in for the Cavaliers. Irving. And another miss by Cleveland.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Back to Brooks. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Butler's got 3 assists in the game.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Nice shot by Brooks.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well-coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Cleveland. Pass to Gasol. Here's Gibson, and that one is stuffed right through.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah, those putback jams sting, don't they, my goodness?
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Los Angeles making a switch here. McDermott's checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Shumpert comes in for Tristan Thompson. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith. It's incredible to think that Pau Gasol last year set a career high in points in a game for as long Clark as he's played. He had that 46-point game in January.
Yeah, that's 46 points for Pau to go with 18 rebounds. I mean,
right.
You rarely see a player of his age putting up a career high like that.
Mozgov, he's checked in for the Cavaliers.
And with Pau, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player to get 45 points and 15 rebounds.
Now here's Mozgov. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
I tell you what, I can't argue with the result, but a little unnecessary to go to the off-balance shot there.
Wasted no time on that one. Gasol's got the lead up to 11 now for Los Angeles.
And a final point, guys, with Pau's career game. It's crazy to think that he did it while not being the first offensive option. I mean, he had been the go-to guy with his time in Memphis for so long.
Here's Brooks. The Cavaliers making the shot. And the pass to Gasol. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The three from LeBron. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
Just such a good shooter from that range.
And you factor in his height advantage, it's almost unfair.
Outside Butler. And they double up Butler. McDermott passes to Brooks. Sinks the three-pointer. Brooks has got 7 points for the quarter.
A very hot shooting second half has seen them bring that field goal percentage way up.
Yeah, and they're cruising right now, looking to add to the lead.
To the left wing. Outside jumper. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Shumpert's got 6.
The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for them.
Up and in on the layup. Shumpert's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Cavs. And Brooks, here we go. The Cavaliers pull it in.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Here's Mozgov, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second-chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback.
Yeah, and if you look at it, had they been converting those second chances all along instead of waiting until now, who knows?
LeBron kicks to Mozgov. And it's Dunleavy with the rebound. McDermott dishes to Dunleavy. To the inside, here's Gasol, and it's good, assisting on the play with Brooks. And that's 12 points for Pau Gasol.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Los Angeles leads by 11. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. The Cavaliers trail by 11. So on the floor for Cleveland. J.R. Smith out there with Kevin Love. Then there's Irving. Then it's Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it'd be a great game. I mean, strong.
They push it up 4 on 3. 4 with the bucket. And lost
every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Well, he had one three-pointer. Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Back to Irving. Cleveland moving the ball around. And out of bounds it is. Last touch by Mirotic.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession.
Timeout call. Ladies and gentlemen,
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch 4, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
Moore against Irving. Moore outside, down low. And it's Gibson, that time on the assist from Moore. 8 points here for Taj Gibson.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Rose gets the bucket.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Smith. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Gibson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Mirotic, and there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Justin Holiday's checked in for more. LeBron, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Love inside. Mirotic is there. Here's Rose, and it's sent back by Irving. Love kicks to Irving. Great defense that time from Noah.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top. Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Holiday against Smith. Noah the screen, and Holiday kicks to Rose. To the middle. It's tipped. Here's Noah. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Love.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebounding, the shot blocking you want. But then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts and the energy of a mountain lion.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Dunleavy comes in for Mirotic. And it's Jimmy Butler coming in for Justin Holiday. And the officials into the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Pau Gasol is checked in for Los Angeles. Los Angeles leading by 20. And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor. Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Over to the left wing for 3, Dunleavy. It's rebounded by Cleveland. 1:49 left in the 4th. Irving passes to Love. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Assist goes to
Irving's got his 3rd assist on the night.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Back to Butler. And the rejection by Love. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Here's Gibson.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Los Angeles.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight, Clark, they had both.
They sure did. I mean, the ball was moving and guys were knocking down shots.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And asserting themselves right from the start, guys. They'll be taking the front end of a 4-game season series between these two clubs. They've got to feel good getting the upper hand tonight against the Cavaliers.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Derrick Rose. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
LeBron outside. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by McDermott. 36 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Now the feed to Noah. Moore outside. Noah the screen. 4 on the clock. Steps back and shoots. It's hauled in by Fry. Feeds it to LeBron. Lets the three fly. James with another miss.
That's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case you got to go elsewhere with the ball. You just can't rise up over the top of him when he's on you.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and Clark the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
Well, I think these fans too, Kevin, gave their team a tremendous lift. I mean, they never gave up on them. From the opening tip until the end of the game, they were in it. And that certainly helped this crew get to the W.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, a nice win for you tonight, Joakim. What was the attitude of the team coming into this game and just in general?
Yeah, we played hard tonight. We're getting better. We just got to keep going. You know, it's a work in progress. And, you know, we just got to keep fighting, and get as many W's as possible.
Congratulations, Joakim. We appreciate it. Guys, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose.
The assists were coming fast and furious for him, man. Always sharp, crisp passes that led to easy baskets. You gotta love to see him play like that.
We saw Rose explode tonight. His dual threat ability, being able to score or pass equally well, man, that puts him on another level.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.